Here we are, baby. Hey guys, we're starting. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. Welcome to the AVG Fantasy Football Podcast. It's Season 3, Episode 31. I'm here. I'm your hostess with the mostest. My name is Michael Marcanio. I'm here with my boy Tyler Revelis, also known as your boy T. I'm also here with Andre Navarro, also known as Andre Navarro.
Yo.
The one who will tell you what elementary school every player in the NFL went to.
I have the list. I'll go from Z to A.
If you want to know anything about any player ever, what they ate for lunch that day, Andre Navarro's got your back. All right. So today we're doing another mock draft episode. We've done a couple of these. I think this is our fourth time doing it. This is great. Doing these mock drafts is great to, obviously, it's just good practice for going into the draft. I think, honestly, you can do as much research as you want, but until you start doing mock drafts, you really don't know exactly what's going on and where people are. You can look up ADPs all day, but until you see it in an actual draft, it's kind of different. Would you guys agree?
100%.
For sure.
100%. Dude, I'm so right on everything. I'm so smart.
It's wild.
Let's see. Before we start the episode, though, before we do I think we're waiting for some people for the mock draft, though.
We'll see what's up.
Yeah. But before we get started on the mock draft, I just want to let you guys know, if you haven't already, subscribe to us on YouTube. This episode, if you're listening to it in the future, this is recorded live every Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think it's like 10 p.m. East Coast. But yeah, come join us live. You can leave a comment in the comments on YouTube. Ask us questions live. It's great. It's great fun. Okay. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter. If you need any type of advice from the podcast, you can do it there. All these links will be in the description down below at a future time. And what else? Oh, if you're listening to us on the Apple Podcast app or the Spotify or whatnot, leave us a review and rating. It really helps us out big time. So we appreciate all of that. I guess we're waiting for a second. Anthony can't be here today, but since we're waiting for a second, you guys want to talk about the Washington no longer Redskins for a second?
Bro, yeah, I mean, do you see their uniforms?
Yeah, pretty.
It's just like brown and yellow, right? Brown, yellow, white.
Yeah, and then their numbers, and that's it.
Do you see what they
looking like bacon and eggs, or what?
Dude, it's just terrible.
So if you don't know yet, the Washington Redskins are no longer the Washington Redskins. The Washington Redskins are the Washington football team. They don't have a name yet, so they just announced that they're going to be called the Washington football team until further notice. I think that they couldn't pick on a name yet, and they just were like, okay, the football season's starting. We gotta pick something.
I know, right? The Washington football team. It's more just like.
You gotta turn off the intro,
bro. You know what, dude?
I was like, oh, say less.
Ready.
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know.
But yeah, the Washington football team. So
I can understand it.
Do you think it's
whatever,
because I think you were the one who said it, that some guy like LLC'd or copyrighted like every name?
Yeah, he patented.
Possible or patented. So
yeah.
do you think that's why? Because they were just like, we can't.
I think that definitely
obviously
has
if they pick
something to do with it.
A team, let's just say if they go like Washington Hogs, I've seen like Washington Red Tails or some shit like that. So you think it's like if they pick that team, now they have to pay that guy, right, for the ownership of the name?
I think they're just limited on options, to be honest. I think that's probably what it is.
And I had read it was the Sentinels, too. That was like from the movie, but.
Yeah.
To say if they go like.
Yeah.
It was like.
But I think that's probably one of the ones he copyrighted. You would think.
I'm surprised it wasn't.
I mean, dude, it was, when I saw, the thing I saw, it was like huge list.
Yeah.
I just got an email right now saying Todd Gurley doesn't think the season's going to finish. He's like, I don't see how. So one of these episodes when we do it, that should be COVID rules.
Yeah, the COVID rules.
So, I mean, he doesn't think, and they're playing. And yeah, but he's saying it's not really instructed right, to be honest. There's not really a proper plan in place, and I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean.
For sure.
Well, I mean, in good news, like one good thing, though, is that the MLB is starting today, so there's that.
Yeah, I think those are kind of be like the
test subjects.
And this test subjects. That sounds stupid.
Truly, I mean, it's like
I was gonna say like the benchmark of like what's to expect, you know. I do know that they've come out and said like Goodell has been handling the situation like terrible, and Adam Silver? Is that the commissioner's name? NBA?
Yeah.
Adam Silver, yeah.
Just
They're talking about
killing
Adam
it.
Silver and how he's handled it and how he's like done it the right way. But Goodell is doing like the exact opposite. So a lot of football players are pretty upset about that. But I mean, we'll see what happens. Like Dre said, we're gonna come out with an episode maybe in a week or two. It's called the COVID rules. I think it's because if you ever saw that old movie O'Doyle Rules.
Doyle.
Yeah, that's where
We came up with the COVID rules. So it's going to be an episode just on like certain rules that you could have for your league. I mean, obviously this year it's kind of it's different. Obviously, some leagues people pay up to $1,000, $500, $100, whatever it may be to be in that league. Obviously, it's a little different now. You're forking up some cash for these leagues, and we were even like just a scenario that me and someone were talking about. It's like if you draft a McCaffrey, if you draft a Saquon. You're pretty much just guaranteed that handcuff because, I mean, you just don't know what's going to happen with, the COVID, the coronavirus and all that stuff. And if you get it, they said, 3-week IR?
Yep.
Yeah. So one of the COVID rules that we were saying you could do is, so if you draft one of those guys, you're instantly guaranteed their backup.
So these
that
are
way you
all-
don't get snaked.
These are all rules that you should be talking to like your commissioner about before the season started, just because this season is going to be so different than other seasons.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh.
getting calls, baby.
Getting calls.
I mean,
draft.
it is baseball time. So I don't know. We'll wait another what? You want to do 10 minutes or 5? 5 straight? We do 5?
Yeah, that's cool. I mean,
And then,
I can mess around with the draft simulator if you want. It's up to you guys.
and you're saying not do this one?
No, I'm just for while we're waiting, I guess. But it's
I'm
we could. What you think? 5 minutes will be good or no?
How many minutes? 5 minutes? I don't know.
Whenever they're obviously going to be short, so
We'll be short. We'll just
We
we'll just go without. Give it 5 minutes, I guess. Are you waiting on somebody?
I sent it out. We'll see
Okay.
it's-
Yeah.
how it's sitting.
No, you good?
I like how we do a fantasy podcast and Dre's always wearing
Baseball.
Baseball
Baseball
stuff.
stuff.
Well, it is.
You played baseball, so it makes
Well,
sense.
today it's
Appreciate it.
baseball. I was telling T, I was like, man, fuck opening day. Obviously not really. I'm wearing the clothes, but I don't feel like wearing a football jersey, man. The Niners jersey still pissed me off.
Have you pissed too if I
I'm
was
not.
you?
I'm not over. I look at the Navarro Bowman, the old school one. I saw the Crabtree. I'm like, bum ass Crabtree. Just a Jimmy G jersey. Art
love
has a
Crabtree.
Bosa jersey. I'm like, God damn it. I don't even want to look at it. So I'm about to wear a basketball jersey.
Hey,
next.
you got your dad some Browns jerseys though.
Yeah.
I didn't even know your dad was a Browns fan.
Yeah, it's random that he's a Cleveland Browns fan and I'm an Indians. It's like he didn't really like. He doesn't even like the Indians. So,
No.
Yeah, no. He's
Really?
a Dodger fan. Yeah. Just
Interesting.
random. Just two Mexicans like Cleveland teams. I don't know how.
And they both break your heart
I don't
every
know
year.
Man,
Sorry, dude. I'm a Dolphins fan.
it fucking kills me, dude. Honestly, I just watched the replay, and then I deleted it. It was like saved to our TV, the Super Bowl. I was like, who the fuck watches this anymore? I deleted it.
Yeah.
After I watched the fourth quarter again.
You watched the fourth quarter. You did that to yourself?
Yeah, I did. I wanted to see what happened. Again.
Again.
Well, you
Was this
missed-
a dream? I don't remember.
I was like, just run the ball. I was
Wait,
like,
how
oh,
did we
wait.
dick this? Let me see again.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was bad. It was bad. God, these 5 minutes almost up. I'm sick of talking about the 49ers already.
No, you good.
bums.
Well, I mean, we could just. Yeah, it's up to you, dude.
Oh, actually, speaking of, so remember we were talking about like certain players, like if they get traded to like certain teams or whatever.
Yeah.
They came out with an article like yesterday, and it was like if a player got traded, like they named one offensive player, like position player, and if like that could or should get traded, like to make their stock go up. For you guys, it was Albert Wilson. They're saying like get rid of him, but for the Bears, they were talking about Allen Robinson. I was like, man, that'd be great.
You think that they should get rid of Allen Robertson?
They're not gonna pay him, I don't think.
I mean, he's in a contract year, so we'll see what he. I don't know why he chose the Bears. Maybe that was the most guaranteed money he was getting.
It was weird.
But at some point, I mean, someone's gonna. I'm sure he's gonna have several different offers on the table.
Yeah.
Not just the Bears. I mean, if I was him, I'd just be like, man, can you just give me like a 2 or 3 year deal, like with a good quarterback, and then maybe I can get a next like one last contract type
sure.
of shit. But
Well-
yeah, I would for him, I would probably go. I would try to find a team with a good quarterback. I'd be like, man, like I played with
Please.
Bortles and Trubisky, and can I just
I'm
get
good.
somebody?
Yeah, I would tell the Bears like I'm not coming back. After the season, I'm back. I'm not gonna sign with you. I'm just letting you know now that I'm done.
How about if anybody's in the comments, if they want to ask us any questions, we can respond to them real quick before we get started. I was going to touch on something, but I can't remember. Who we gonna touch on, baby?
Who you gonna peg?
I was gonna say we did. If you haven't been paying attention, we've been doing division breakdowns of all. We've gone through 3 of the NFC divisions: NFC North, East, and West. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
And we're just gonna do the NFC South next, and then we're gonna go on to the AFC. So if you're kind of new to or you just haven't been paying too much attention during the offseason, it's a good way to get a little refresher on who's on what team quickly. And when you go through there, you can go check out the table of contents and scroll through the episode pretty quickly. I have it all marked, make it easier for you, for your listening experience.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, with no biters, we can just start on.
Yeah, let's just do that. Go ahead and start it.
Do it.
I went and picked the first pick. Where'd you guys? So when we do these, I'm obviously gonna go. Oh crap! When we do,
I did 30-second rounds.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
hold
like
on.
panicking because I wasn't paying attention.
I'll do a minute.
There we go.
Did it change?
Well, I mean, no, you can keep it 30 seconds. I'm going Christian McCaffrey, but
all right, there you go.
Saquon goes second. And
I mean, that's
on to the third.
That's pretty similar, honestly, in Dynasty too. Like those guys are going 1-2. I mean, pretty much in everything. You would say.
Yeah, we should do another Dynasty startup one of these days. But this is honestly, I don't know. Where do you think he's gonna go? Do you know him?
No, I do know him. I mean, he's a big running back. I mean,
I feel like Zeke, have to.
Derek. Damn, Dalvin Cook is just sliding and sliding and sliding. I remember when he was like 4.
Yeah.
Are you looking at the queue?
The sleeper bot rankings are a little weird. Sometimes you have to scroll down a little bit further.
Yeah,
for sure.
Even we do a league called the FFPC. And those rankings are really weird. Like there's players that are all over the place. So sometimes it's good to have like your own personal rankings, or I think Fantasy Pros is a good one. They usually have a pretty good ranking. But even the ESPN one I think is pretty bad. It's like so old and shit like that. But
they went Dalvin Cook. How does he not go Zeke?
Maybe he picked last minute.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know.
So Zeke is still on there in the 5th pick. So it goes 3rd, 4th, 5th.
No, he's at 6. I mean, that's wild.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. So we're in the 6th pick and Zeke's still not gone. I don't see this happening really, but I mean, we talked about.
You never know, but yeah, it'd be hard to see Zeke fall like the top 4.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't spoke to one person who really loves Derrick Henry like that. I feel like everyone's on the other side. Do you know anyone who's like, I think he's gonna ball again this year?
I think what it is, if you had Derrick Henry last year and you're one of these first couple picks, he probably helped you win a championship, so you're gonna want that back. So those will be certain scenarios where people reach for him right there, probably.
I think Debo was a year late. Remember when he got him like 3rd round? We're like, he's a bum, and then ever since then he's been a beast.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, he's a 4. Dalvin, that's full.
Yeah, if you haven't checked it out already, we did a Dalvin Cook injury breakdown with our resident Dr. Coochie, also known as the Medicine Man. He came in on and helped us out. So Ezekiel Elliott did go 6th, then it goes Michael Thomas, Joe Mixon, Devontae Adams. How do you guys feel about Joe Mixon? I feel like we haven't talked about him too much.
I love Joe Mixon. I think one of the guys I wasn't too high on last year, but I'm like all in on Joe Mixon this year.
Yeah.
I mean, 2nd year in the Zach Taylor offense. I mean, you get Burrow as the number 1 pick. Heisman winner, had the crazy college year statistical wise. That offense is going to be good. You got AJ Green, John Ross, that's going to be a good offense. So you can't stack the box. And if they're going to use Joe Mixon kind of how they did, Gurley, because Zach Taylor came from that McVay coaching staff.
Yeah.
You got to think he could see up to like 300 plus touches. And the offense should be a lot better than it was last year. Oh, am I on the clock right now?
Yeah. I mean, they were saying the Falcons, or like another team can be like this year's new like high octane offense. So I mean, the Bengals have a lot of athletes.
So I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go. I was just curious how this stack would work. So I'm gonna get Mahomes right here.
They're gonna do the QB
in hopes that Tyreek Hill or Kelsey will fall to me in the next pick.
Did you do it?
I should have. Yep.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So it went.
Because it said time's up, so I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
So I go Mahomes here, and like I said, this is what mock drafting's all about. Normally I'm not a big guy, especially if you listen to this podcast. I always preach on waiting on quarterbacks, and you grab two, and you match up, base them down just throughout the season and stuff like that. But right here, I'm gonna try something different. So yeah, I get Mahomes. I'm at the 11th pick, so it's gonna come back around to me. I'm thinking, okay, let me see if I can get a Tyreek Hill or a Kelsey, and I'll stack those guys because that's a good 1-2 combo. Tyreek Hill goes right after that, but Kelsey's still on the board. So I will take Kelsey, and I'll do the Mahomes-Kelsey stack. Last year I was so big on Kelsey because I felt like he had double-digit touchdown upside, and I felt like he could have led the league in touchdowns.
Yep.
I think he only had 5 or 6, something like that. Nothing crazy, but I mean receptions and yardage-wise, he was there. I just think that obviously if Mahomes doesn't get hurt, he could potentially again be up there 10+ touchdowns.
By the way, for anyone watching, listening, this is a half-point PPR, 12-team, 1 tight end, 2 receiver, or 3 receiver league.
It's a 2 receiver, 2 flex. Is that what we did?
Yeah.
I think so.
So just to give you an idea, but yeah, I mean, it is. We always talk about is when you're doing these mock drafts, is really go and pick players that you wouldn't normally go and grab in a certain round. Just see where you'll be at. Yeah. Later on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and we're also doing different draft strategies, like T said. He's not usually going to do the Mahomes, but we're just giving you different looks as far as what you could have, depending on what.
Because someone's going to want to do that in your league, potentially, So you go Josh Jacobs and Miles Sanders. You're at the 10th pick. I'm at the 11th pick. I actually, but I actually like that 1-2 combo at running back right there. Yeah. If I could walk away with Josh Jacobs and Miles Sanders as my 1 and 2 running backs, you potentially have 2 top 10 running backs right there. Yeah. So I mean, I love the 1-2 pick right there for you.
Yeah, and they're young too. Crazy coming into their second year and they're already, top 15. But
yeah.
We'll see. I almost wanted Chubb, but I was like, you know what? That Mixon Chubb stack is good too, though.
The Mixon Chubb one is good too, yeah.
I'm gonna go basic here and go grab Chris Godwin.
Hey, you're not. Oh, and then what? Super basic or what? What you got after that?
Oh yeah, I'm right here again.
I like how so you're seeing Galladay, just a guy we're big on. He goes right before Mike in the second round. Would you have taken Galladay there if he was there?
No,
Mike?
No.
Because I know we're all pretty high on Galladay. I actually would probably pay Galladay over Godwin. I mean, it's still kind of early, but I was just curious.
I see the with Chris Godwin that I do think he is downgraded from last year. I just think that with Tom Brady there, it's just kind of like a downgrade from Jameis Winston. Even though Jameis Winston throws picks, it's like I don't know. I think that
he's the gunslinger.
Yeah, who's gonna pass the ball more? I don't know.
Yeah. You're on the clock again, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Adam Thielen here.
Not a bad bet.
Well, I do like Thielen.
Yeah.
What made you choose Thielen?
Diggs leaving. We also talked about Adam Thielen in the last episode, so you guys kind of sold me on him a little bit. But yeah, Diggs leaving is a big opening there. I do think Irv Smith Jr. gets more involved. The sophomore tight end, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do think that gets more involved, but I do think Adam Thielen is going to be mostly the offense, especially with Dalvin Cook being kind of injury prone a little bit. I just see they're going to move the offense through him a lot, I believe.
As long as he stays healthy. As long as he stays healthy.
Yeah.
Because he is going to be the one. I mean, Jefferson. Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, I'm looking at my team right here: Christian McCaffrey, Chris Godwin, Adam Thielen. Even though I went 2 receivers there, Christian McCaffrey's 3 running backs right there. So,
do you think I mean, I never want to say anyone's going to get hurt, but do you think he's been pretty reliable for what, 3 years?
Yeah. I mean, he does have a lot of wear and tear. I mean, he's probably one of the most used.
Yeah, 400.
Not touches. Even just running back, just offensive pieces in the NFL. You know what I mean?
It's rough. I mean, it's crazy to think one running back gets 250 touches and then one gets over 400. It's a lot more.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean.
Oh shit! It's on me. All right. Let's see what we got.
Where are you going?
Oh man, this would be ideal.
These
I can get CEH in the third. See, at the same time he won't be there.
I almost did that, but.
See, I'm gonna show you more of the running back stack. So I'll go someone who could probably be there. I don't think CH is gonna last this long, but maybe
just want to see,
just to give you a different look.
Gurley, nice. I do like Gurley. So what are your thoughts on Gurley? Because I feel like people are sleeping on him, but I mean, he's on a 1-year prove-it deal. Not, I guess, a prove-it deal, but he's on a 1-year deal to try to get another big contract. I think this is a good offense for him to be a part of.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and they're the most pass-heavy, but he can catch out of the backfield too. I mean, they say he's healthy. He's going to get at least 17 touches a game, anywhere 15 at the least. Depending on like game flow, but. I mean, I'll take that in a high score or like a offense that moves the ball pretty well, especially through the air. He can get you double-digit touchdowns. Now, the yards, I don't think he's going to get, the 1,500, 1,600 total yards, but I think he'll be all right.
Yeah. If he would have fell to me, I probably would have taken him right there. I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to stay on the Chiefs bandwagon. I'm going to go Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Hey, fuck it. Just catch him during the bye
Listen,
week,
bro. Whoever's scoring touchdowns, I'm getting fantasy points. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's not
All Chiefs, baby.
That's,
But
that's not a bad call, though.
honestly, in the third round, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire I think it's between him and Cam Akers, the most used rookie running backs this year.
Yeah.
Cam Akers being the rookie in Los Angeles, but I think, dude, he could possibly be a top, like up there with Saquon and all these guys. Do you think? Yeah, I mean, that's not far off to say.
No, not at all. I mean, I think obviously it's going to hurt with no rookie camp, no preseason games. He's got to learn the offense. So it could be one of those things where we've touched on where it's going to be like a couple weeks for him to really boom. But I think at some point, he's going to be the main guy there. And like I said, one of the best offenses with Mahomes and Kelsey and all those guys. So you can't really hit there. So, but it comes back to me. I'm going to go with a receiver who I think could give me wide receiver 1 upside.
Oh, don't do it.
One of my favorite guys.
Oh, you son of a bitch. That's what I was going to take. I knew as soon as you said wide receiver 1 upside, I was like.
So it's crazy because I obviously waiting for wide receiver, and I feel like I kind of wanted to go running back there, but
that's funny.
I just felt like for what, I do think Ridley could get wide receiver 1 upside, top 10 upside. I mean, Julio Jones is obviously probably going to see 150 something targets, but I mean with no Hooper, I know I'm big on Hayden Hurst, but it's like you still got, Ridley could see 120. 130 targets in a good offense.
Hella targets.
Yeah. Well, and you're kind of like a big Matt Ryan guy too. You like Matt Ryan, and like I mean Matt Ryan's gonna throw the ball.
Yeah, for sure. I do like Matt Ryan a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean
Ridley had 10 touchdowns as a rookie. I think he's this year's Godwin. That's why I was gonna take him as my wide receiver 1. Like he's gonna have the games where he doesn't, but
yeah. So but pretty much what we're saying is we're both comfortable taking Ridley to be our 1
for sure.
It's hard.
Call me crazy, but I'll do that for sure.
See, it's hard here because it's like I go running back. I went Christian
OBJ. I see
McCaffrey, and now it's like these wide receivers are kind of all in the same tier, and the running backs kind of fall off.
I mean, I see you.
Curious where he's going to go. David Montgomery just went. That's pretty interesting.
Chris, I see you with the 3 wide receivers too. I mean, that's Zeke, Julio, Mike Evans, OBJ.
Yeah. That's a good 1, 2, 3 right there. Because at any given week, you could have 3 number 1s.
Yeah, you have 3 1s. And you know what team I would not
That's
want to
pretty
be?
wild.
The last team. I would not want to be team 12. That team is boo-boo.
Tyreek Hill, what is that? Aaron Jones? Oh, jeez.
David Johnson.
I'd like David Johnson, but that's a really – is he moving up? Has his ADP moved up that much?
Oh, man, I don't know.
David Johnson?
Yeah.
Mark Andrews.
I'm not sure, but I do like David Johnson. I think he's getting slept on too. I mean, I think he could be at least a running back too.
I'm going to go right here. I'm going to draft my boy Cam Akers, running back for the Los Angeles Rams.
Do it.
I do think Jonathan Taylor could possibly move up, but I'm going to go another receiver here.
Oh, okay, you're going balance. You're taking the balance route.
Possibly. It is hard because I look at some of these receivers and I'm like, oh, yeah. But then when you scroll down, all of a sudden there's plenty of really good receivers.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's hard, but this is why you draft, baby, right here. But I'm going to go Allen Robinson.
Oh, nice.
Grab the Chicago wide receiver. Yeah.
So DK's
You
going.
better believe it, baby.
That's crazy. DK's going like that ahead of Lockett. I would have thought they'd be a lot. I mean, they're not too far, 10 picks, but Lockett's. I've never had him, but I wouldn't mind having him in the 5th round, right? I mean,
yeah. When we did the division breakdowns, we touched on Lockett and how, he's just he's not like a sexy name,
Yeah,
And
he's just
DK
there.
Metcalf is kind of like the sexy name, so obviously,
sure.
people are gonna be jumping on that. But I think it's a scenario where it's a 1A, 1B. That's how I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I'll be hyped to get either one of those Seahawks wide receivers. I think I'm a little bit more on the DK Metcalf train. I think I'm drinking the Kool-Aid on that one a little bit. I think it is because he's just big and the upside of, he's like the go route guy. But if you want to be like the safer,
PPR maybe
conservative kind of, PPR guy, I think Tyler Lockett's there. But I mean, DCAF as a rookie leading the league with 17 end zone targets. Yeah, in year 2, I mean, you got to think he's up there again. Russell looks for him.
He has that. Yeah, he has the best deep ball in the game, I would say. So, DJ Diggs the boy. All right, let's see. Does he go one more wide out? I mean, the best one's available. Oh, I know he's gonna go. He's gonna go AJ Green right here. Yeah.
But I mean, look at these receivers in the 5th round here. So starts out. Mike goes Allen Robinson, then Tyler Lockett, Keenan Allen, DJ Chark, who with Minshew, he had the Minshew mania with that guy.
Told you he's going to get AJ Green.
Then they go Stephon Diggs, AJ Green, Robert Woods, who I know we all love, and then DJ Moore. So it just goes on a mean wide receiver run. And I just think every time we do these drafts, it's like you just see the value of these wide receiver in the middle rounds. It's wild to me.
All right, so now, what do I want to do here? Let's see. Oh, bro, this is perfect situation for me.
Is it a perfect situation?
Yeah, look at this. Getting Jonathan Taylor as my 4th running back, I could just let him chill and wait for, the first 6 weeks to pass, and then I feel like I have 4 startable running backs. Now I got to go get a receiver, though. But I'll take that. Getting rookies, like we said, it's going to take a little bit. So Gurley, Sanders, and Josh Jacobs should kind of hold it down for a little bit, and then we get it cracking.
Get it cracking.
Because the thing is, if Marlon Mack gets hurt, it's like over. I feel like Jonathan Taylor's like not giving that job back. So even if he like rolls an ankle and misses a half, I mean, and Jonathan Taylor balls, I think it's his. So
yeah, I was gonna take Jonathan Taylor there. I'll just stick with the rookie. I'll go DeAndre Swift just so I can get some running back depth because these running backs are getting a little gross. That's kind of why, I mean, like I said, the last couple times we've done this, it's like I'm always want to try and get one of these top-tier running backs because I feel like when you get to these later rounds, like the drop-off is just so drastic compared to what, look, you just saw Keenan Allen, Tyler Lockett, Stephon Diggs, AJ Green. Those guys just went in the same round as these running backs compared to, like, if you were to get one of these, like you said, you started off with Josh Jacobs and Miles Sanders and Gurley, and now, I mean, Taylor's your 4. So
yeah.
You're living nice over there.
AT, you should go get McCole Hardman, dude. Just kind of.
Yeah.
just really lock in the Chiefs. Just really. The whole time. Just really lock it in.
Yeah, you won't.
No, he's torn it, man. You got Devontae. I mean, you have Devontae Parker, Jarvis Landry, Michael Gallup, Cortland Sutton, all these guys. Cortland Sutton finished 24.
Yeah.
22 last year. He was for sure top 25.
I'll go with this guy who's gotten 1,000 yards every year except for last because he was hurt
for 25 different teams.
Yeah. Taking over for kind of D-Hop. I mean, Will Fuller can't seem to stay healthy. Kenny Stills is there, but I mean, Brandon Cooks is like saying a Biletnikoff winner.
I mean, I love my team right now. If I could just ride with this team, I'll take Hollywood Brown as my 2 because his boom games are going to be ginormous. You just got to kind of work with the bus games, but I'll take that for right now for sure. I'm not mad at my 6. I'll take that in a dynasty startup. My team's young as hell. It's never happening though.
Yeah, you forgot we changed it to not.
Okay, Darren Waller by the computer. I see y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, here we go. The tight end runs. So what? We have 5 gone already.
I love when tight end runs happen because I don't do it. I don't chase tight ends.
You just let them go.
I'm just like, hell yeah, take all that. Give me some of these receivers and running backs.
Like, what's your ideal round for tight end? You think? Like for you, what do you look?
Like 13.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, dude. That's how I always
15.
I think for me personally with tight end, it usually goes to like value. Like if it comes to a point of like, okay, like this guy's fallen to me in the second round. Like if I'm in the back end of the second round and Kelsey falls to me, I think I'm inclined to take him because I'm only a couple more picks away until I come up again. But like Kelsey's value compared to all the other tight ends is like so much higher. But I mean, at any point, that's how it is. Like if I'm in like the 7th, 8th round and I see like a guy slip, and I'm just like, okay, I just can't pass up on the value. Then I'll do that.
Pups, did you sneak into my food? I see you licking your lips over there.
Yeah.
All right, he's Mexican anyway. Whatever. I mean, Kareem Hunt. See, Damian Williams. See, that's a handcuff. I'm not.
Damian?
I'm just fading him.
I think he's still going to get some run. Like I said, CEH still needs to learn the playbook. But I mean, one thing with Damian Williams is like always been kind of banged up, and he's not the guy who's going to be a workhorse running back.
Yeah.
He's more of like a complimentary, running back by committee kind of guy.
Am I up?
Nope, you're about to be Kareem Hunt. That's the one that's going to be interesting, how they're going to use him. But I heard they did send him the wide receiver, like the playbook for the slot, so he can kind of, expand the game a little bit.
It's crazy because Raheem Mostert was available. Like, I almost considered grabbing him like 2 rounds ago, but he just went right now.
I wonder if they're going to trade him too. Should be interesting.
If they trade him, you think Coleman. Yeah. Coleman's value just skyrockets then?
I would think so. I mean,
you're the Niner fan.
I mean, I don't like McKinnon either, so I would say so. Yeah. I mean, Tevin Coleman will be getting about 20 touches a game.
So I'm gonna go right here.
Let's
Your
see
boy's going Jarvis Landry.
Juice.
It's crazy because for a while we were like, oh, Odell and Jarvis are going in the same rounds. I do think Odell is still going pretty late for his namesake, but
Jarvis for sure.
But I mean, I feel like it's, we always talk about 1A, 1B. You're getting Jarvis Landry later like that. I mean, I'm gonna sign up for that all day. And I'm a Browns hater, so. Yeah,
you get Juice 2 rounds later.
Right.
I'm all about that.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm a big Landry fan, so. 2 rounds later, you guy's going to put up similar production. Maybe not in the touchdown division or the touchdown category, but targets-wise, you got to think these guys are both seeing about 120-something targets each.
Yeah, he's
I'm going to see
30th wide receiver taken.
I'm going to see if I can wait on this running back that I'm going to get. I'm going to go Cortland Sutton here. I think Drew Lock's going to kill it this year. I think that the Broncos are going to be an offensive team this year instead of a defensive team that they usually are.
I mean, I agree for sure.
So, we'll see. I'm kind of testing out. I'm kind of going a little wide receiver heavy, seeing if I could get this running back.
I mean, you weren't kidding. You're like, McCaffrey's like 3 running backs in one.
Really
so I'll just
is.
take him, and then we're good.
Obviously it's a little easier playing the number 1 spot, but
I mean, he's
the ends are kind of hard though. Sometimes
I don't know how I feel about the 1 spot.
I don't like the 1 spot.
It just, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like what's your favorite spot to draft in?
I like 7.
I feel like I've been at 7 so many times that I'm kind of used to that.
I kind of like it. Last year I remember I had 9, which I don't mind 9 either. But I think 7 if I had to pick, because I don't like I think 4, 5, and 6 are those are the picks I don't want. 4, it's really more 4 and 5, because I mean the 1 and 2 are pretty almost self-explanatory, and then it's like. I like letting people fuck up and take whoever they like and like letting whatever fall to me.
Yeah.
Like when I got Saquon.
I kind of like the 10 and 11 spots sometimes. I don't know what it is, that turn right there. I think it's because you're just like pretty much going to get 2. Sometimes it makes your decision a little easier,
For sure.
Like you're like torn between certain players, but like by the time it gets to you at 10, 11, like some of those players you wanted, like you're wishful thinking they'll fall to you. They're gone, so it kind of makes it a little simpler to kind of,
For sure, especially when you're like, oh, it's just 2 more picks, so I'll take my chances as opposed to like 7, when it snakes all the way around. Yeah. When you have 10 or 11, it's really just 12, that one guy. You got to take hope that he doesn't like the same dude you do and write it out. Let's see. Devin Ingram.
What's your guys' worst snake? Or you can speak on your pick too.
I was thinking about worst snake. Gallup went. I mean, look, there's still a shit ton of wide receivers. Let's see what we got here.
And they're all around like the same value, almost.
I'm gonna go with Tyler Boyd.
God, you stay. You've gotten me 3 times. I said before we did this that I was gonna snake you. You've gotten me 3 times with Gurley, Jonathan Taylor, and now Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd. I mean. The dude is sneaky. I mean, he was top 10 in catches and receiving yards last year. And, I mean, I'm getting him in the 7th round. I mean, I think him and Jarvis Landry, I feel like, are 2 of the more underrated guys. But as long as he stays healthy, he's better when A.J. Green actually plays. So I think just all the weapons in that offense are going to help him out. Joe Burrow's good. He's going to slang that thing. I mean, as long as the offensive line can kind of figure out, their problems. And even if they suck, they'll be behind and they'll be passing.
Yeah.
So
do you get concerned with T. Higgins coming in, the rookie from where was he from?
from Clemson. Yeah, not as much just because of the year that it is. But Tyler Boyd, I mean, he got that extension last year, so he's there for the next at least 3 years after this year. So he's gonna be there.
Yeah, and I don't know if you said it, I wasn't paying attention. My bad. But he's better when AJ Green's on the field.
Yeah, he scores like more points per game. More points per game.
So I got snaked right there. So I ended up going running back. I would have went Tyler Boyd if he fell to me, but I go running back right there. James White's my third running back.
That was a guy I was gonna see if he came around, but
yeah, I'll take him right there. He's my third running back, but I mean I did draft 2 rookies. I know we keep saying we don't know how much they're gonna play to start out, but I mean James White I feel like is just kind of like one of the center points of that offense. You know, just a guy Belichick trusts, and you know whether it's Cam or whoever, you know I think he's gonna be a big part of that offense. So yeah, I'll take some James White.
You get McCole Hardman right here?
No. Oh, man. And I'll go another running back here.
Ooh.
This is probably one of the hardest guys to rank, I feel like, because, you know, they go out and they get Melvin Gordon. I select Philip Lindsay. But they go out and get Melvin Gordon. You like to think that he's going to be the guy. But I can't imagine a scenario where Lindsay's just completely phased out of the offense. I mean, do you think he still sees, like, 10 touches a game?
I think so. 10. I don't think it's going to be 50-50, though. I think it's like
60-40 or 75,
like 60.
70-30?
It's like 63-37.
Yeah.
Like, I know that sounds weird, but I don't know. They paid him for a reason. He's not there to get 50-50 like touches.
Yeah.
But I mean, Philip Lindsay has shown he can do it, so they're gonna find plays for him. But when it gets to like the final drive, the most important plays, I think it's gonna be Melvin Gordon time. Like, you know, and especially between like Philip Lindsay will be more between the 20s, I think, as opposed to like Melvin Gordon. He'll score. You know, he'll punch it in from, you know, the 2-3 yard line where Lindsay's too small.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh, your boy's got Will Fuller. Hey,
damn it! I was gonna take CD Lamb. I forgot. That's what I was gonna ride with though. But I'll take Will Fuller. I mean,
that was your guy when we did the
for sure the players we
man
like.
crushes were.
I mean, for him, I mean, I'm not taking him to be, you know, have an immediate impact. He's my wide receiver 4. So I mean, I'll take him. I feel like I could alternate him and Hollywood Brown, and then kind of pick their boomer bust games because they're kind of similar. And then, you know, kind of go from there. But if he stays healthy, he doesn't command a big target share to be effective. So I'll fuck with him as long as he doesn't hurt those hamstrings of his. But and then you got Tevin. Damn it. I would have had CD Lamb though. I know one of you guys are gonna grab him.
CD
Lamb.
I do like CD Lamb.
And another thing I was reading too is interesting. They were saying that Michael Gallup was actually like the main part in the trade because you know how they wanted Jamal Adams. They were going to send Michael Gallup to the Jets. So just goes to show you what they think about Michael Gallup. But that's a player they were going to send out there.
I mean, that still could happen. I mean, you never know. They could pull off that trade.
Yeah, and then his stock. I mean, him being the number 1 over there, him and Denzel Mims, that'd be impressive.
Then Hunter Henry comes off the board, Matt Breida, and then McCall Hardman. I should have took him.
See, should have just. Hey, if you're gonna pick an offense to have, that's so funny though. Let them score and let them get into a shootout like 55, 56 points, and you just have everybody just murder.
It's called strategy.
It's called strategy.
Oh no, that'll be the game. Tyreek Hill gets 3 touchdowns, but 2 punt returns, and then Damian Williams gets 2 rushing touchdowns.
I know, and I get 0 points.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a team out there that does that stack though.
Yeah, somebody will.
Your boys out here. I got a lot of receivers already.
Did you? I can't wait to see who you take.
Yeah, see, it's good though. You put yourself in this situation where I was like, oh, James White will fall to me, but will he though? No, he is not going to.
I mean, you're running 4 wide receivers every week though.
Oops.
I mean, those guys are starting every week. So
yeah,
you really can't be mad.
And you know, I see guys. You really do have to scroll down on some of this, but I mean, these running backs really do fall off unless you're just going to take a chance on.
Well, time's up because you got picked 4.
Oh, whoops. Well, I got a rushing quarterback apparently, so I'm good on that for a while.
He's like, I'm not getting another running back now. I'm good. That's funny.
I mean, Josh Allen, is the 9th quarterback off the board? I mean, that's not. I think that's pretty much accurate of where he's going.
Yeah,
I guess he's going like 8th, 9th round.
Damn, 8th, and we're all aiming for Stafford. Who's going to get him first?
Well, not me because I got Mahomes.
Oh yeah, you take him as a backup. Do trade one of them. Might not be the way.
All right, Dalvin Cook's.
Thinker.
Do you guys think Dalvin Cook's gonna get injured? It's just I don't want to reach on these. See, I put myself in this situation. I'm gonna snake you, dude. I'm going CeeDee Lamb.
Hey, but here's the thing now. Like, I feel like you're kind of trying to find a running back, but obviously, who's there you don't like, right?
Yeah.
But now here's where, like, I'm always talking about, like, you get draft equity. Like, okay, do you need a receiver? No. But who's to say that you don't come back and you trade, got like Robinson, Landry, and Sutton and CD are balling. So now you can trade Godwin, for a running back. Maybe you trade Godwin and Akers and you move up and you get, a Josh Jacobs or a Joe Mixon or something like that. You could pull a two for one scenario off. So, like, that's why sometimes it's like, all right, don't reach for a certain player. Don't be like, oh, I need a running back here. And now you're like just reaching for somebody to grab that spot because you could always end up trading them later.
Well, don't forget.
Draft what's the best available. I mean, we're suggesting drafting like Alexander Madison. Realistically, we're talking about we thinking Dalvin Cook is not his year this year. It could be possibly Alexander Madison coming in, but it's like, do I really want to be drafting a backup running back? What was that, seventh round or
Ninth. It's not too bad. I mean, they're still startable players, but damn, don't forget,
Oops,
he has
my mic was muted.
Thielen and Godwin too. So he's solid.
Oh yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can end up trading some of these guys.
Hell yeah, you can trade Thielen if he's balling. I mean, that's the thing when you have that many receivers, you can package two, or you could do like a Cam Akers and a Jarvis Landry and get you like someone better. Then I mean that would be a good trade. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get someone good with those two players.
I
I
could
feel
go
like.
trade and grab. I don't know. It's like I don't get excited about a lot of these guys.
I was waiting for him to come back, dude. I love my draft. Antonio Gibson in the 9th. Did I snake you?
Me? No.
All right, so Antonio Gibson. I just keep reading how the Washington football team loves him. I can't believe the Redskins. God damn it. Yeah, the Washington football team loves him. So I'll write it out. You got a 47-year-old AP, and then you have a 23-year-old with 58-year-old knees in Darius Geis. Do you have one more? No, I think that's, and then him. So
They had Chris Thompson, but he's not there anymore.
He's with the Jags. I mean, they're big on him. I read he had a total of 35 broken tackles, 18 when he caught the ball and 17 when he ran it. So he's just, and he's like T said, he's a big boy. Big boy.
Big boy.
Sub 4.440. Oh, there's your boy.
So yeah, I go with one of my main
sleepers.
crushes, or one of my sleepers, you call it. But Jamison Crowder from the Jets. I mean, yes, like he's already got the rapport with Sam Darnold. He already knows Adam Gase's offense. I mean, you got Denzel Mims, who's talented, but he's still got to learn the offense. He's still got to become a pro. And then you've got Rashard Perryman, who's still got to learn the offense and get acclimated and all that stuff. So, with how the COVID situation is unwinding, I think Crowder could be the main beneficiary of that. Seeing a ton of targets, 100+ targets. And in the 9th round, I'm gonna get a guy who's gonna see 100, 120 targets. I'll take that all day.
And it's the sneakiest 120 targets ever, too. He just flies under the radar for sure. 9th round. Oh shit.
I've kind of fallen in love with Jamison Crowder with you, Tyler.
Oh, dude, don't chill out. That's
Who's
his boy.
gonna DM him first?
I think you are, Mike. You got it. Oh, you got 2 seconds.
Oh, last second. He grabbed a Matthew Stafford.
I got his bitch ass, coach. Snagged him up.
So you went Sterling Shepard, Tyler?
Yeah, I went Sterling Shepard just because I saw that he was averaging like 8 targets a game. At this point, I'm just looking for volume. It was either between him or John Brown, and then it kind of just came down to who's more of the capable passer between Josh Allen and Danny Dimes. And I actually think Danny Dimes is a better passer, even though it was a small sample size of 1 year. I think he's a better passer than what Josh Allen is. And then he's not going to run the ball in as much as Josh Allen will. So I'll take that, Sterling Shepard being the one. But it's a mock draft. It's why mock draft, right?
Yeah. But I do like this team. That team 12, dude, that team 12 sucks. I just keep looking at it. You got Kyler and Tom Brady, just carry on Johnson.
I like Kyler Murray, but it's so early they grabbed him.
No, yeah. And like, why would you get Tom? I mean, this computer is dumb. It's a dumb R2D2 computer. Like, they got Edelman and Brady, though. Like, they probably thought they were on the same team still. Like, stupid. Doesn't make. Let's see what we got.
All right.
Daniel Jones
goes. A lot of quarterbacks going off.
I forgot about Sammy Watkins.
We are in the 10th round, so.
Darius Slayton, I mean, See, Pollard's one of the few like handcuffs. Him, Madison. I mean, probably the top two. You think?
Pollard and Madison, yeah. I'm not sure if Saquon went down, how much run Deion Lewis would get. I don't think he's like the main guy. He'd be like a change of pace kind of guy or running back by committee.
For sure.
Yeah, Pollard's probably up there for sure.
And then you got Sammy Watkins, who was about to retire, and then they brought him back.
Yeah.
God, he's a bum.
He'd probably be on our Hateful Eight. Opening peak.
Do you remember I had that bet with Anthony like 3 years ago? I hated Sammy Watkins just because he shows he could be good and then he just like doesn't.
Yeah, it's like every year he has one good game. Actually, he was doing pretty good. He was like in the first how many weeks?
Well, the first game he had he had 190 yards and 3 touchdowns, and then he didn't score again.
All right, so I'm running into a situation. I mean, I am low on running backs, man, but.
Hey, listen, I'll trade you.
It's like you look at this.
I mean, you got Carlos Hyde. You can get some good work out of him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, go get D. Johnson. That's David Johnson right there.
Yeah.
Snag him up, dude.
Is that David? No, that's Duke Johnson.
It's a little Dookie
So you got to
Johnson.
be careful. I almost
That's a little Dookie Johnson.
I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
That's a steal. Sleeper's tripping.
Yeah, man. I mean, you get put in these situations over here. But you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go tight end. I'm going to grab Noah Fant. I'm Broncos believer, I guess, this year.
Yeah, you're riding, dude.
But then I am going to go back into running backs, and I'm going to grab. Do I go Homer? Just kidding. I won't do that.
I mean, Zach Moss could take that. I mean, that's an interesting situation.
It's hard.
Too.
What do you guys think about Buffalo's situation? Because Zach Moss gets drafted. They have Devin Singletary. Who else do they have there?
Well, that's it. Now, they had Frank Gore, but it's just one of those, like I'd read, Singletary had like 2 carries inside the 20, like as opposed to Gore. I know I'd said it on one of the episodes, but they don't use him inside the 10-yard line. He's like he's tiny.
Yeah.
So they don't really have anyone. That's why, Josh Allen had another, 8 or 9 touchdown season. And then Frank Gore, I mean, he's 80 million years old, but he was getting more love. So I would assume they're going to use Zach Moss like that.
I think he's definitely going to get some run. I mean, we'll be 50-50, who knows, but definitely going to get some type of run.
That is not who I wanted. What the heck? Okay.
Mike's out here.
I feel like every time we do these, I'm like navigating these cameras, dude, and I don't. It's like
I need to make a setting for
time.
everyone has a minute except for Mike. Mike gets a minute and a half, but I don't know if I could I don't know if I
Mike,
can.
you got
finagle
auto
that.
picked Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield.
I hate Baker Mayfield too. I hate Baker Mayfield.
So
I have Jarvis Landry, but I hate.
See,
Baker
hey, that's
Mayfield.
hey, you know what? Maybe the sleeper kind of hooked you up right there. Because what if they're balling? What if they come out hot?
Yeah, but
Double points.
Double points. Dude.
yeah, but
He's
It's
but
not
no.
a flub.
not a flood. I mean, Stefanski does it. He's supposed to be like the QB guru, making the life easier for him. So
you know who doesn't do it though?
Baker
The
Mayfield.
brands.
Yeah, you're right. I'm excited to see what he can do since he made Case Keenum so good and Kirk Cousins. So, I mean,
Yeah, that year with Case Keenum was crazy.
dude, they were one game from the Super Bowl. Fucking.
I do like Baker. I mean, he was one of my man crushes or my sleepers or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We did a video on him. I broke down some stats on how good he was on play action. You had Landry and OBJ. They were the second and third most receiving yards off of play action passes. And what does Stefanski want to do? They want to ground and pound play action. So I do like Baker. I think he has a bounce back year. Probably not going to be filming as many commercials this year. So
Hopefully not.
maybe he can actually focus on football.
And I think that this is like the best Browns hire. I know that's like an oxymoron, a good Browns hire, but I think this is the best coaching hire they've had in a while. I think they obviously knew that those two are good in play action, and Stefanski, like you said, that's like his forte. So I think they're like, you know what, let's get someone who can, I guess, bring out the best in what they do well already and kind of expand on it. So I'm excited to see, just because they have so many weapons, dude. I mean, Hunt and Chubb, and they have two tight ends, 3 if Njoku stays. So they should be an exciting team.
Yeah, I'm upset that they got rid of.
I think I'm gonna snake T right here.
You're not.
that they snagged Austin Hooper. It's like you got Njoku right there.
Let's see.
So you got Matt Stafford. You got your quarterback. You want to trade? You want to trade?
Dude,
I'll give you one of mine.
I'm so down to trade you right now. It's not even my team. All right.
I have 2 running backs.
That's funny.
But you have Christian McCaffrey, so.
Yeah, that's true. So I have 7 running backs.
See, now I love that I started early with running backs because I'm not even worried about it.
You go Anthony Miller, Chicago Bears, wide receiver.
Yep. I mean, he's a number 2 on the team that's going to be passing. I don't need him to do. I mean, I would love for him to do well, but he's my 5th wide receiver. So, it's one of those. If he starts emerging or plays how he did last year on the latter end, it's only going to help me. I mean, I have no problem trading his ass anyway.
For sure. For me, so my team, I pretty much have like my whole lineup set up. So now I'm just gonna be drafting for depth, or like I just kind of touched on with Mike. Like I can draft some players that I could maybe potentially trade. I'm just looking for maybe who's best available. Maybe some players with some high upside. So if they do boom, I could trade them, or maybe I could trade some of these other guys I have selected earlier. But I'll go with Cam Newton right here. I know I had Patrick Mahomes, but let's just say there's a scenario where Cam Newton is just balling. Like he's the killer Cam that of old. I mean, the stat I saw was every time Cam has played a full 16-game season, he's been a top 5 quarterback in fantasy. So if I can have potentially 2 top 5 quarterbacks, I could trade one of those guys.
For sure.
Or if maybe something happens with COVID, Mahomes gets it, he's out for 3 weeks. Boom, I got Cam. I could throw him in there, and I'm not missing a beat at my quarterback position.
Yeah, and that's another thing we'll talk about later. It's going to be important to have a good backup, especially for quarterbacks, because I'm big on that in leagues. I'll take a quarterback and then not take a backup and worry about it that 1 week that I have to worry about it. I'm big on that. So I think this year I might have to be a little bit more, or anybody just be more conscious just in case, you might want to have a better backup than normal so that if shit, goes south, you have an
option.
Decent person, yeah.
All right, so I'll go with one of my favorite rookie wide receivers. I mean, you're talking about off air. I don't know if we're on air or not, but you're talking about how Allen Robinson could potentially get traded. I was reading something where the Colts could potentially trade T.Y. Hilton. I mean, he's 31, contract year. So if he wants to get another $15+ million a year, they're talking about potentially moving him for some draft picks because obviously they drafted Paris Campbell last year, and then you go get the big body Michael Pittman Jr. out of USC. One of my favorite rookie wide receivers.
Yeah, no, he's and the thing with him, even if they don't trade T.Y., he's still going to have a decent role within the offense. Like, he's going to be like, the Mike Williams, as you would say. So, and as the season goes on, he's not going anywhere. I mean, 21 years old, 22.
He should see a good chunk of the snaps, a high percentage of snaps.
For sure. All right, I'm going to just slightly homer pick because I have him. Zing. I finally went and got my tight end.
I almost took Gesicki there, but then I was like,
yeah. It's not, I guess it is a homer because I was like, ooh, Jonnu Smith's still there too. But Dallas Goedert almost got me.
Yeah. This is a scenario where like, all right, if I'm not targeting certain tight ends, like I would have went Gesicki there because I'm like, okay, like I feel good taking Gesicki here.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot you have Kelsey already, so yeah, you're good there. I mean, for the 12th round, I mean, we don't have to finish. We can go to like the 14th because I have it set up for 16, I think.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, by now we have, I want to say that was my last slot as far as filling up the starting lineup. And now, yeah, there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still 6 rounds left, so we can clip it. After this, we'll go like a round
cool.
one more time.
That's cool.
You need a running back, Mike. Listen.
Yeah, I know. Well, I went to pick Zach. Actually, Zach Moss is still there, I think. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
See, that's smart. There you go.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hey, look, I'll give you Todd Gurley and
Golden Tate, lots of receivers. Keep it going.
Let me get I don't know. We'll trade after this. We'll talk the trade after this.
Oh, did podcast. Zach Moss go? Oh, yeah, he did right there. Just kidding. I was like, how did he not make it all the way back? All right.
Tyrell Williams could be a sneaky pick for a little bit. Remember last year he had a touchdown to like the first 3 games.
Yeah.
He was good, and then he got hurt. So it's like, eh.
I think maybe he was a product of not too many playmakers on that offense at the receiver position. So he was kind of the guy. I mean, obviously they go out and they address that. You get Ruggs, Bowden Jr., your boy Brian Edwards. So
right.
I think I'm not as high on Tyrell Williams. I think maybe some of these younger rookies are going to actually shine, and I mean, you didn't draft Ruggs, have him sit on the sideline, so he's going to be out there. And then you still have Renfro, who was a
Sneaky
decent slot guy.
For sure. And yeah, I mean, you're right. His snap percentage, Tyrell Williams was 95, 94, 97, 93. And he had a touchdown in the first 4 games of the season. So, yeah, he wasn't even getting off the field. So,
Yeah.
All right. Well, did he just go? No. Where is this dude?
it's on you.
I know, but I can't find who I'm looking for.
Who is it?
You can type it in search.
Jesus.
Who is it? Maybe we can tell you.
Dude, chill.
It's not like we can snake him. You're on the clock.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to tell you his name.
I'm going rookie running backs here,
There you
baby. I'm a Derrick Henry hater, so let's go there. And
A.J. Dillon.
so that was Darrington Evans. And then do we do it? Do we do it? Do you think Carlos Hyde, they paid him money? Are they going to put him in?
See, that's smart. He would be a good, even the first 3 weeks, if he can just
Or
help
do you
you.
guess that the Patriots are going to switch it up and actually use Damian Harris in his sophomore year
I mean,
in the NFL?
I think so, because especially if they get if they trade James White, like a contender wants James White, then he's going to step up. So, Sonny Michel sucks.
Sonny Michel does suck.
Sonny Michel
If there's
does
one of those running
suck.
backs I'm taking, it's James White.
He's
I'm not touching the other two. But that's just my own
Yeah.
personal opinion on it.
He's going to be one of my hateful 8.
Yeah. Sonny Michel.
Sonny Michel.
All right. In that case, I'm going to go another rookie here. I'm just going to grab, dude. I know we talked bad about him. but
Dude, you better pick.
I'm going A.J. Dillon, baby. What do you guys? Justin Jackson went up right after that. I don't like Justin Jackson.
It's weird.
I did
He's
last
so
year, but
I was trying to get Deshaun Jackson.
Damian Harris
No, dude,
goes.
I read some embarrassing, embarrassing Sonny Michel stats. I was like, wow. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they are not good.
Yeah, he's not good.
It is
Anymore, at least.
It is. I was like, how is this full still in the NFL? Like I said, me and my boy.
Coach, I got the knee.
Yeah, me and my boy Chris,
Coach.
who's actually on the clock right now, he's not on with a man or a machine. He's just auto picking, but he, damn, where did it go?
He's right there.
Oh shit.
He's on the clock.
Oh yeah, down. See, don't
He
smoke.
went-
I just lost my train of thought.
It's Dallas. You don't remember?
No, I looked at Dallas Goddard and then I just spaced out. Damn it. Damn
Okay.
it. God damn it.
I don't think that you've ever done
I
that.
don't think I've ever done that either, but oh well. I'll remember tomorrow.
Nice.
I'll wake up. God damn it. I
He's
forgot.
auto picking away. This is the last round we're doing?
Yeah.
What round is this? 13?
13.
So Duke Johnson goes. He thought he was drafting David Johnson.
Damn. Not really.
Alshon Jeffrey, T.J. Hawkinson. T.J. Hawkinson had one good game last year in the first week.
Oh, I remembered. We were talking about how good Sonny Michel's college film was. If you go look at him the year before he got drafted, he was a beast. Explosive, breaking tackles, outrunning people, and then it's meh.
So was that Broncos running back who came from Oregon? What's his name?
Oh, Royce Freeman.
Bryce Freeman was too.
All right,
He looked like
here.
a beast in college, and then
I'm gonna go. I mean, I don't. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna go Anthony McFarland Jr.
that was one of the rookies I almost grabbed. I just think there's so much going on over there, though.
And James Conner, the thing with James Conner, he had that high ankle sprain, but the year before that he had a shoulder injury too. So he's hurt, but he's also hurt in the wrong. I mean, there's no right place to get hurt, but he has those nagging type of injuries that were even where if he can miss a game or two, Anthony McFarland only needs 10, 15 carries or touches to make a difference. I know T doesn't like him as much, but I just like his breakaway speed. I mean,
he doesn't need. Anthony McFarland doesn't need 15 touches to make something happen.
Yeah.
He could be one of those guys where he only
a
sees
scat back.
8 to 10 touches.
like a Cohen almost.
Yeah, and he can make something happen with any given opportunity gets there. I'm a little bit higher on James Conner. I think he comes back. Contract year 2. I think he ends up staying there in Pittsburgh. I think they got rid of Le'Veon because they saw what they liked in Conner, and I think that he's just going to have to go out there and prove it. But I'm on the clock right here. I'll take one of my guys, kind of one of my sleepers.
Oh.
Devin Funches.
I'll go with Funches. Bunches of Funches from the Green Bay Packers. I do think that Funches can be the number 2 in this offense, and if you're the number 2 and Aaron Rodgers is throwing you the ball, and I'm getting you in the 13th round,
For sure.
Yeah, sign me up all day. A guy who we did a beer bet. I said he's going to get over 100 targets, and I'll stand behind that statement. I think he does get 100 targets, and 100 targets from Aaron Rodgers. That's a good 100 targets. That's not like 100 targets from O'Driscoll or.
Oh. For sure. O'Driscoll. Yeah, I'm
One of
gonna
these guys, but
go with I wouldn't normally take him right now, but I'm gonna just take him so I can talk about him for a second because he's like a super sleeper that I feel no one really, really, really knows. Steven Sims Jr.
from the Washington.
Yeah, so just give you an example.
That's
So
all you gotta say now. The Washington.
for the Washington football team. So he's looking like he's gonna be the slot guy. And I just remember him last year balling at the end. So he got 3 starts last year. With those 3 starts, he got 5 catches, 45 yards and a touchdown, 6 catches, 64 yards and 2 touchdowns, 5 catches, 81 yards and a touchdown. So he ended the season with, a good amount of fantasy points. 15, 25, and 18 in PPR.
Yeah.
He's 23 years old. Kelvin Harmon just tore his ACL or his Achilles, so he's out for the season. They don't really have anybody else. You have McLaurin, and then Steven Sims out of the slot can excel. So, super late guy, but, young, and he's already proven it a little bit. And he did that as a rookie, so just someone to keep an eye out
Deep
for.
sleeper.
I would have taken him in, like, the 16th round, but for the sake of sakeness, I took him just so we
For
could
the sake of
of information.
giving it to him.
But, yeah, just sneaky.
Adrian Peterson goes late. Ryan Tannehill. How do you guys? You obviously love Ryan Tannehill. What do you feel about him this year coming up?
I'm a Tannehill guy because I'm a Dolphin guy, and it just felt good to see like always sticking up for him, and people talking shit that I'm telling him he's good, he can do it, and it's like he did it. So it was good to see that. But
For sure.
I think he's more of like a matchup guy. So if you're gonna draft 2 quarterbacks, that guy, this is probably the computer, but they have Rodgers and Tannehill. I wouldn't necessarily do that, but if I would pair him with like a Wentz and Tannehill or Baker and Tannehill, you get a guy like Stafford and Tannehill. Like I wouldn't mind doing something like that, like stacking that 1-2 combo at quarterback, and then you just play the matchups because he was, for what the Titans want to do, doing play action.
Perfect.
Tannehill was pretty successful at that.
And they were able to do like bootlegs or kind of get him out running because he is athletic enough to kind of do that. So it's they definitely work to his skill set. And when you have Derrick Henry who just commands so much from the defense, and right, AJ Brown was number 1 in play action, right? Play action yards last year,
Yeah.
which obviously makes sense.
Mike.
Yep, I know.
Hey, listen,
Last
you only
pick.
get 1 pick though, so don't think you can oh, there. Speaking of,
Your boy goes Corey Davis.
He stacked on
all right,
receivers.
and that's it. We can clip it. End it. Let's see what we got. Let me see if I can just end it on my end and really just shut this shit down.
Your boy.
I'm gonna Karen this draft.
You're gonna Karen it.
Yep. Done. Good luck,
Draft
everyone.
complete.
Done. All right. Let's see. By far, I'm still gonna say Team 12 had the worst.
Your boy went heavy on receivers. My running backs are all over the place.
Yeah, he actually left after he picked. What was it? Right after AJ Green, he's like, "I like those first 5 picks." Mic drop.
Those are actually, that is pretty crazy though.
It-
Julio
it-
Jones, Mike Evans, Odell, and AJ Green. Those guys were all in the first round like 3 years ago.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. Remember that? I actually remember a couple years ago, I had AJ Green and Mike Evans to start. Remember, I kept one, and then my team sucked.
I do remember that.
Just Mike Evans is consistent. I think he's going to go some. Speaking of, I think he'll go somewhere, and then Corey Davis didn't get extended, so he's going to go somewhere else for sure.
I would like to see Corey Davis go to like the Packers.
Yeah,
I think
I was just gonna say the
if he can go to the
Packers.
Packers and be like the 2, I think he could do pretty decent.
Then
I just don't think he's like the 1.
Yeah, he's
And
not.
they drafted him to be like this 1.
Yeah,
but
they took him, dude, top 7.
he's number 5 overall. I
Oh
think.
my god. Yeah, that's
So I
a
think
lot
if
of
he can
capital.
go to a team and be,
Yeah, for a receiver to go that
potentially
high.
like here's a scenario. Obviously, Galladay's in a contract year. So is Marvin Jones. I think they extend Galladay 1,000%. But Marvin Jones, I'm not so sure. It could be his last year in Detroit. You see a scenario where Corey Davis goes over there and he's the 2 behind Galladay with Stafford in that offense. I think that'd be pretty good for his career.
for sure, or the Saints.
Yeah, Saints would be good too.
Next year, Emmanuel Sanders. Yeah, just this offseason. We're already talking about the offseason, but there's a lot of free agents that are going to be out there.
Yeah, you're
Already talking about the offseason, but yeah, dude, it's going to be fun. Well, hopefully the season plays itself out, but
Yeah, I hope so too. But what do you guys? Is there anything you guys thought you messed up on? I think I messed up on grabbing too many receivers at the beginning. After I shouldn't have went Allen Robinson. or Jarvis Landry, Cortland Sutton. It's because when it comes down to it, there is a lot of guys. Look, I got CeeDee Lamb late. There's a ton of guys that went super late. But it's just like you don't want to reach on these running backs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it just shows you the running backs really do just fall off.
I mean, I think if you would have
really
not
quickly.
if you wouldn't have gotten Thielen and you would have gotten CEH in the third,
Yeah.
you would have McCaffrey, CEH, Godwin, and then you could have gone wherever you wanted with Akers and got like OBJ.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
But I mean, your receiving core is stupid though. Look, you literally have 5 receivers that you can play every single week.
You're right. It's just science, dude. All right. We decided I won, right? Okay.
I mean, you definitely didn't lose. You know what I'm saying?
So I did the Chiefs stack. I went Mahomes, Kelsey, and then CEH fell to me. I probably would have went Gurley right there because I think Gurley's got something to prove this year, and I think that offense is pretty good. But Andre snaked me. So I go CEH for the upside. So yeah, it's just seeing what you could do right there. I don't think I probably wouldn't do that in real life, but because
I like your team.
I'm pretty I want to draft running backs heavy right there. Like I do like Dre's 1-2 combo with Josh Jacobs and Miles Sanders, but I mean my running backs were, because I feel like they kind of fall off. Who did I get? CEH. You got DeAndre Swift, who could eventually take over.
James White, I like
for the Lions. Yeah, James White, just what is it, half point? So it's half point PPR. I'm not banking on these guys to win me my weeks, or be like studs. Obviously, that's why I went and got Mahomes. I got Kelsey. I'm pretty big on Ridley, and I think Cooks can get another 1,000+ yards with Deshaun Watson.
Jamison Crowder, if he gets used, if Denzel Mims doesn't take.
So I mean, I would just basically need, DeAndre Swift, James White, or Phil Lindsay. Just give me some points. Don't dick it. Just do what you do. Go out there and give me like 10 points. Because the other guys is kind of what I drafted to like really carry my team. I feel like.
Yeah, and you could literally just.
Carlos Hyde isn't bad.
Yeah,
way late.
Yeah, Philip Lindsay, Carlos Hyde, and James White. I feel like you can match them up until DeAndre Swift like emerges as like they expect him to, and then he can be like your 2. I mean, yeah, Mahomes is going to score 50 points anyways. So
with that 1-2-3 stack.
Yeah, I mean the only time you'll lose is if they somehow get shut down, and that's not really going to happen.
It's probably never going to happen. Yeah. I'm a gambling man. I'll take those odds every time.
For sure, because even if they're not passing it, CEH will get some runs in there.
For sure.
So. And then my team, I'm pretty much just going to keep this team in every league I'm in. No, I'm just kidding. It was all right. I'll take the first.
Jacobs, Sanders, Gurley, AJ Brown. I like that. I like AJ Brown.
I really wanted Ridley. I feel a lot more comfortable with Ridley as my one, just because, based on just the offense that he's in. But AJ Brown was out there balling, so you really can't be too mad.
You're out here finessing rookies.
Damn, we're trying. We're trying.
Antonio Gibson and
but I mean, it's good to know
Jonathan Taylor.
These rookies, or it's good to listen to this so you can know who the rookies are. We tell you who the rookies are, because there's always going to be that rookie that obviously in your home league, your home draft, people aren't going to really pay attention to guys like Antonio Gibson, the Steven Sims Juniors of it.
Even Anthony McFarland, people aren't even going to be.
Yeah, but if you can grab these guys, like I'd rather have them. And then before they pop, I always say I'd rather be a week early instead of a week late.
For sure, especially in the leagues we're in, where everyone's like, everyone looks deep into depth charts as it is. Like, picks, people are already going deep in a pick, so you got to be ready. Be ready.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about with this draft or what?
Nah, man,
I'm just hyped for like our startup dynasty draft.
Yeah, when are we doing that? When was it?
We got to.
I guess we'll talk about that off air.
Yeah.
But
we could try to do it. Well, I don't know if we could do it live.
We should do it.
That'll be
12 people.
That'll be tough.
Maybe I'll film it and put it together as like something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, or we can try and invite as many people as we can here, so that even if the other people aren't, we can speed through it.
Yeah, that might be hard.
Yeah, that'll be hard. We'll figure it out.
All right. Throw that eye on, dude. Oh, hell
Jesus Christ. That sounds so good.
Thanks for listening to the AVG Fantasy Football Podcast. This was a mock draft 4.0, a little bit of draft strategy for you boys, big boys and big girls out there. Mostly boys. You look into our stats, we're like 99.9% male audience. But we appreciate every single one of you. And for the 0.01% female listens and watches,
we appreciate you too.
Hey, we appreciate you too. You're important. Not quite as important, but you're important. But thank you for listening. This has been the AVG Fantasy Football Podcast, Season 3, Episode 31, mock draft strategy. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, Twitter. If you have any questions for your upcoming draft, let us know. We're going to be possibly putting some draft kits together, so stay tuned for that. Help you out win your fantasy football league more easily, baby. Yeah.
All right.
Be sure to leave us a review on the Apple Podcast app if you got any useful information from this episode. Even if you didn't, just write it, dude. Just leave us a review, baby.
Yeah, just
We
do it.
appreciate you. You won't. All you got to do is Apple Podcast app, scroll all the way down, 5 stars. Be
dude.
like, yo, Michael has the wicked most dope mustache ever. And then I'll be like, dude,
Good
he
looks.
really listened.
He wasn't even watching. He really listened. He heard my mustache.
Yeah, he heard it. Thanks for listening.
Appreciate
this is
it.
all we got for you. Us little boys are out. Us big boys are out. My bad.